Alright, what is going on, guys? My name is Leon Master. Welcome back to another Overwatch League video, and today, guys, we're going to do something a little fun here. I had an idea, and we're going to see how far it goes. I don't see myself doing it every Wednesday, but as you guys see in the title, it is What If Wednesdays. If you guys don't know what this is, I've been doing this on Twitter for a hot minute now, for a couple of months now, where I do a what if post. And basically what that is I take a player on a team. For example, we're going to talk about one where it's Note to Toronto. What if Note went to Toronto Defiant? And I'm basically kind of inspired by this series. If you guys don't know, Marvel Comics does like a what if series, what if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four, and then you also have the new show coming up from them, I think next year, where it's like what if T'Challa was Star-Lord, what if Agent Carter actually had the serum. So I kind of gotten inspired by that a little bit. So like, what if this player was on this team? What if this trade happened? What would your guys' thoughts be about that? We can have some fun here. Some of them, I already had fun with some of them. With F it Siamatsu, he said put everyone who was previously on Titans on Washington Justice. I did that, and we're gonna do that here. We can have some fun ones, some serious ones, and we're gonna go over that. So that's basically me running over with you guys. If you want to know where I got inspired from, how I want to do the series, and also, like I said, I've been doing this on Twitter for a minute now, and I say, you know what? I want to make this a YouTube video. Let's talk about the whole base of this picture I'm going to show you guys. I did some Photoshop of players and jerseys. So anyways, let's stop talking. Let's go on to the first one. And I posted this one on Twitter before, but I want to bring it here. So the first one I got for you guys is what if Gamsu was traded to London Spitfire for Glister on the Dallas Fuel. Now keep in mind, this is all for Season 4, so you got to keep in mind for how Season 4 is going to go. So as we know, Dallas Fuel may end up going to a full roster reboot, basically changing their whole thing. Gamsu's probably going to go away, or do his military service. Note's probably going to go away. I feel like the only person they're really going to keep is probably Doha for next season if they want to do a whole rebuild. And also, now they have high expectations for getting a superstar hit scan, and there's Glister. And you're trading Gamsu, which London kind of needs, let's be honest. London's one of their weakest spots is their main tank with JMac, and I feel like Gamsu would be a pretty good upgrade over JMac. And he's a veteran player going into all those young players, very young open division players who just came into the Overwatch League and surprisingly did well. And Gamsu comes in there, brings his his veteran stuff, tells him about it, what it's like, and he just kind of does that with the London Spitfire. And also, like I said, he's a huge upgrade for the main tank role in the London Spitfire. And also, Glister is another superstar DPS player that would join the Dallas Fuel with Doha. And even then, London Spitfire is doing fine with Babel, Shui, and Aldo. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do get rid of Glister. And as we do know, Cloud9 actually wanted to sell their spot on London Spitfire this year. That's why they went full cheap. Like, they didn't care how their season was going to go this season. That's why they sold literally everyone. We've heard Jack say he doesn't want to London Spitfire roster anymore, so I wouldn't be surprised if he actually trades or releases Glister. Who knows how it goes. And also, you still have Bernard on the team, which is pretty expensive most likely as well. So this is a what if. What if Gamsu did go to the London Spitfire for Glister for the Dallas Fuel? What's your guys' thoughts on this one? Keep in mind, this is for fun. I'm not saying this should happen. It's got to happen, but this is for fun. What would your guys' thoughts be about this? If this did happen, I think Dallas Fuel would be getting a lot with Glister, and also with also the Glister Doha duo, which would be one of the best duos in the league. Like with Decay and Doha, hopefully Glister will stay. And Gamsu joining London Spitfire, him with Bernard, would be another top tier duo. And also Gamsu will be in a full Korean lineup. And as we've seen from the past, that's probably Gamsu's best place with Shanghai Dragons, full Korean lineup, and no communication barriers at all. And Gamsu talks a lot when he's in those kind of, cultures, I guess you could say, or like that kind of team environment where it's full Korean, and Gamsu talks a lot, as we've seen from now on the Dallas Fuel. He still talks a lot in-game, but not as much as it seemed like from Shanghai Dragons. Now on to this next one. I actually have not shown this one on Twitter before. It is what if Note joins the Toronto Defiant. Now, like I said with Gamsu, with the whole Dallas Fuel one, Dallas Fuel most likely going to rebuild a lot next season. At least that's what I hope after what Hashro makes it seem like. So Note going to Toronto Defiant would be a nasty upgrade for the team. Obviously, one of the weakest spots for sure on the Toronto Defiant is their off-tank. Nevix, unfortunately, not doing the hottest this season, and he's definitely one of the worst. I wouldn't say he is the worst off-tank. Note comes in, instantly upgrades that off-tank position by miles. It would definitely help their team by a lot. Huge impact if Note did go to Toronto Defiant. And also, he still has some synergy with Agilities from Team Canada. If Sureforce still stays, I feel like Sureforce is going to retire though. And all around, I feel like it'd be just a great team for Note to go to. Who knows if he does end up staying on the Fuel? I would not be surprised after how Note's been performing on the Fuel this season. He's been one of the better players next to Doha and maybe even Crimzo, some would argue. Great player. Would not be surprised if he goes to Toronto Defiant though, or maybe another team. But I feel like if he wanted to play starting time all the time, and he would definitely be the best still, most likely Toronto Defiant. Huge move for him to go to. This is a what if, note goes to Toronto Defiant. Now on to this next one, another one I have not shown before. It is, what if Elliot Cloudy joins the Houston Outlaws? I don't see this one happening at all for next season, but if it does happen, massive upgrade to the tank line. Wouldn't it be huge, but it would definitely help their main tank situation with overhydration. Hydration is one of the worst main tanks in the league, and his best one's Orisa, but there's still a lot of weaknesses in Hydration's Orisa, but his Ryan and his Winston, very poor. You bring LH Cloudy in, who is a main tank player, who is good on all those main tank heroes. He comes into that team with Meko and all the other players beside him. LH Cloudy would do such a good job on the Houston Outlaws, I feel like, for next season. I would not be surprised if this does happen, but I feel like there's a lot of other options Houston Outlaws could choose from contenders, and maybe even if they get lucky in the Overwatch League, even Beast. I talk about Beast a lot joining the Houston Outlaws, so I'm not going to show them in the what if videos, but like if they get Beast, I feel like there's actually more potential Beast with the Houston Outlaws, with him being around that team environment with those players. I feel like Beast would actually dominate on the Houston Outlaws, but if LH Cloudy does go on the Houston Outlaws, that would be absolutely insane for them, and he's sitting on the bench right now. And there is a pretty good reason why he's sitting on the bench. He's actually, last time I checked and heard, he was in a hospital because his throat kind of got messed up from eating food. Now on to the last what if. This last one, honestly, is potentially going to happen, maybe. But this last one is, what if Jerry joins the Hangzhou Spark? I don't know what it is in my mind, but I have a feeling Jerry's going to join the Spark for some reason. Godsby has been performing really good recently. His positioning is one of the best things I've seen from Godsby this season, and I feel like if Jerry goes there, I feel like there could be a rotation of him and Godsby, and maybe Jerry could start full-time. I feel like with Jerry, going to a team that would fully support him, maybe, could just help him massively. But then again, I don't see this happening at all. It's just a little fun. Like I said, it's a little fun thing. I know some people are going to take this serious, which is unfortunate, is what ruins the fun about it. But Jerry to Spark would potentially be a good move, and also help Jerry a lot and show him how good he really is. We're seeing it on the Boston Uprising. He's still good, but he gets almost no support, it feels like. I'm not talking about supports like Myeonbong and all that, but like the whole team in general. We have seen great performances from Jerry almost all season, but unfortunately the team he's on, he can only show a limited amount. You know, of him on Boston Uprising, the poor coaching staff they have, the players not gelling well, the fact that they don't really want to play anymore, to be honest, is what it looks like on the Boston team. Keep that in mind on Boston Uprising. All their players still play ranked non-stop, but I feel like on Boston, you only get a limited things shown on this team. So yeah, guys, that is all the what ifs I have for you guys. There's definitely a lot more I need to make and also put in together. And also, if you guys want to have some what ifs, you can put them in the comments below, and I'll put them in Photoshop, do it with the player jersey and all that. And if you guys want to, you can have your own explanations or your own what ifs, and we'll talk about it maybe next week. I'm not going to do it every Wednesday because I feel like I would definitely get burned out by that point. I'm going to do it whenever I feel like it, but who knows, maybe it will be every Wednesday because I feel like doing it every Wednesday. So if you guys have any ideas of what you want to put in for what ifs, put in the comments. If you want to, you can be realistic. If you want to, have some fun, but also have an explanation on it if you guys want to. That's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to join my Discord down below. Also, don't forget to follow my Twitter and my Twitch, and don't forget to hit that bell, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.